Okay, the date is, what are we, the 9th of July, and I have on very special guest. I've got Dirty Derry Matthews in. How you doing, mate? You well?
All good, mate. All good. Everything's good.
Thanks for coming on, mate. As we mentioned a couple of minutes ago, I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of podcast interviews with you about your pro career and going through your amateur days and then on to your success as a pro. But I'd like to talk to you more about your coaching. I'd like to talk to you about Derry Matthews Gym, Marybone, and kind of really get under why you're having so much success at the moment and doing so well, not just in the ring, but performance wise, but in the community as well. So
Yeah.
we can dig into that. So I'm just going to lead off with this question at the start, mate. So coaching, why have you got into coaching?
I felt that I always wanted to be a coach. Even from when I was in school, I left school and then I went on to do my qualifications as a personal trainer when I was 17. So I've always understood the meaning of training, why you train, and stuff. And then when I was still involved in boxing, Georgie Vaughan asked me to help him out as a number two. Um, even when even back then, before then, I'd already been at England boxing level one and a level two coach for numerous years. I always wanted to keep involved in the sport and put something back into the sport what's been good to me.
You've got other coaches, just flicking through. You've got John Cullen, Peter Spencer, Darren Beach, is that right?
Yeah,
And a
that'll
few
be
and a few others.
yeah, Darren's the top referee. We've got Peter McCormack. I don't know whether you remember Peter. He was a higher side.
Okay.
He trained Sam Maxwell from the start.
All right.
Uh,
Mhm.
Before Sam went to Solly, Peter had a loads of years out the game, and then we're lucky enough we went and got him, and we got him, and then we've got Conor Butler, who's just in the middle of us doing his badge now. Darren Beach has come to us. He's a great P referee and judge as well. His wife Liz as well. She's a part of the team. So we've got another lad, James Mowie. Um, so we've got a good group, and it's not about ego. For me, and it's always been, it's the boxer the most important person.
And I remember you saying something in your level three about planning that you really kind of being able to sit down and really plan your season, what's going on. But you've still got quite a few coaches there to plan with, haven't you?
Yeah.
So how does that work with the whole team? How do you sort of sit down and plan things? And who's
So,
doing what, who's going to what tournaments?
so our coaches, and we've got Fazzer as well. I missed Fazzer off the list then, the coach. So our coaches are happy with me in general to discuss what goes. Like I'll be honest, I'll go to every single tournament,
Mhm.
every box cup. I've got a wife who lets me, so I can go. But in my office there, I'll have everything planned out for the season, and then I'll go bump bump. These are going here, these are going there, and even when I even come up and Tony Chandler come up with, that's well prepped, isn't it? And when they start camp, when they finish camp, when they need to sparring, I have everything in place for them. And what coach, and I say what coach are available, can anyone, and then they'll book them with the work holidays and everything. So, well, I'm lucky really, because I couldn't do it all on my own.
I mean, yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but also the planning part is part of the hardest part, isn't it? You know what they say, when the boxers are working, you're resting, and when they're resting, you're working. So in other words, when they're resting, they're not working out now. You're in the gym planning, prepping, and making sure these things happen and everything's in place.
Yeah, and as well, and we have a matchmaker who's a coach, John Cullen. He's a good
Mhm.
coach, but he's an unbelievable matchmaker. So
That
I'll,
helps.
I'll go in the office now and do a list and say these need bouts or we need sparring, and tomorrow they'll have bouts or sparring booked in. So we're all on. I think the planning things not as if it's done properly, where we have a development group under 10 bouts. I work like that, open class youths. Like the NABCs this year, I've got 9 in them. I want to put 9 in the NABCs in October, and we're going to go to up to Scotland sparring the national team in August. They've invited us up there, so we've got everything planned. We might fly out to Malta. Last season we went to London Spent some time down at Limehouse with Mark.
Yeah.
And a couple of the clubs. So I think preparation is the key to everything really. And this season, and again, I'll state back, the level 3 opened my eyes to so many things, periodisation and stuff. It's okay, as you say. Like, I used to just say, we'll do this, we'll do that. And then once Ivan put it in front of me on the paper, I was like, we need this in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I started with level 3, and we had 3 national champions. Well, me and General's in our level 3, and we had 3 national champions.
So would you say the periodisation is one of those things, one of the main things that you guys have taken from the level 3?
Yeah.
That's kind of been instrumental in your success.
Yeah, and I also, that's massively, and then different boxer styles. Every box is different.
Yeah.
I worked on some stuff with Southpaw as well with Ivan, which I liked. How everyone seems to step the foot across, but he uses the eyes, and just different learning. Yeah, periodisation, programming, setting everything in place, and he sent me an excellent running program as well for the lads.
Mm-hmm.
And I try things as well. I don't know everything. No coach does know everything, and I like to listen and learn off of the coaches. I'll go on holiday with my wife and kids, and I'll go and find a boxing club, and I'll go and sit and watch and learn and just want to take.
So what are those gaps there, mate? So at the moment, no one's a finished article, are we? Where do you think your coaching gaps are? So what do you sort of need to get better at yourself?
I again, it's just like, I don't think any coach needs to get, because I think and again, I think a boxer makes a good coach. It's the boxer.
Yeah, sure.
It's the boxer, eh? So
yeah, bad boxer. You've got a bad boxer who makes you look like a bad coach, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the other boxers in the gym bring the best out of each other.
So what might a normal session? So if I walk into your gym right now, you're in the gym, aren't you? So if I walk in, what might I see at a normal sort of evening session? And I know there's different sessions that you run, but does it kind of look like on the floor?
So tonight's actually on conditioning, but I'll go to a normal boxing night in season time. So say we're in 6 weeks out before championship starts, we have a track outside. We'll go for 3-3s track work, 3-3-minute track work. If the lads haven't run in the morning, I'll let them do the run in the morning. We have a group chat, or a coach will meet them on the track. Then they'll be in the gym. If they haven't ran, the warm up. We'll do a team shadow. We'll go with a 2 or 3 round team shadow. About keeping the shape, head movement, hand coordination. Then we might go partner work. A lot of partner work. Being first and third, double knee attack up, 2-phase attacks. Leaving the exit with the head, how you leave the exit where your head position should be. Might finish with some bags. Heavy bag work, or we'll just drill on. Sometimes we'll drill on the bags. We have a whistle or a hand whistle, and every time you hear it, we put a combination in, and bit of game, bit of fun as well. Whoever you can hear the bag last, and then we'll finish with a circuit and a skip off.
What about sparring though? So how often they sort of open sparring?
Yeah, I don't. Again, I'm not a believer in massive heavy sparring.
Mm-hmm.
I think
the Tony influence, yeah.
I think the fight's too hard. Like the lads who like Luke and the ABAs, we just don't know the tech sparring. Some of obviously we went and sparred Tony Chandler's lads. We went to Scotland, but then close to the fight, we were just doing a bit of tech sparring with some of our other lads, keeping them fresh, toning them in every 30 seconds with them, keeping them on point, and making sure there's not much heavy contact.
Mm-hmm. And just before we swapped over here from because we had a bit of a technical issue, didn't you? We've actually missed a bit of Tony, so I'll edit this back in. So I'm just going to ask you the same question I asked you about Tony. So Tony Challoner, massive influence in your amateur career, wasn't he? Growing up. So now, what do you actually see from Tony that you use in your own coaching? I mean, you mentioned there about you're a believer in the technical aspects, not just hard sparring. Is there anything else at all?
Yeah, like the calmness of him. Nothing was ever nothing ever bothered him. Nothing at all ever bothered him. Even like we got the wrong end of the decision somewhere. Okay, we'll get it. I'll tell come. Little things like that, and then like you might see me at shows, and I'll never have a top on with coach on, or I just wear my normal clothes, and everyone goes, "How come you never wear?" I went, "Just everyone knows that I'm a coach." Like people don't get like loads of our coaches go, "Are we going to wear our coaches tops?" And I won't wear one. And you go, I mean, people know we're coaches. It's not about us. It's as long as the kid's in the best uniform, that'll do me. And that's little things like that. Tony would go to a show and it wouldn't bother him.
And the other thing about Tony as well, which probably some people don't know, what a voice. The man can sing.
Yeah. Guitar, piano.
he's a dark horse, isn't he?
He can do it all, you know. He can do it all. He's a top joiner as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that left hook as well was something special. The Challoner left hook. What about you, mate? Can you hold a tune a bit? You got a tune that you're singing in the minibus on the way to the ABAs?
What's that?
Yourself? Have you got like a tune yourself? Can you bang out a few songs yourself?
No, I'm crap. I can't sing. Geno's a good singer.
Oh yeah.
Geno's a singer on the Christmas nights out. He'll have a
After a couple of brandies.
That's it.
So I also know that you guys have done a lot of work with Charlotte Gilly, MBE now, haven't she, as well?
What's that?
You've done a lot of work with Charlotte Gilly, haven't you?
Yeah.
With Maverick Stars. Are you still continuing working with Maverick Stars?
Yeah. I speak to Charlotte. Well, it's actually funny. Last week she texted me, so we haven't spoke for weeks or months, and we used to speak every single day. We're just both being busy. I think she's trying to be a professional paddle player at the moment by looking at her social media. But I'm going to be back in touch with her. She's a great woman, done so much for the sport. Not just my club, most of the clubs in Liverpool, most of the clubs in Britain. And she supports us, and hopefully long may continue.
Yeah, we've had funding supported through her for working with kids in schools as well. You know, the outreach she has for boxing in communities is quite incredible, isn't it? So you know, it's great to see that happen, and I'm sure it will continue to happen. So what about the community stuff? What sort of things do you do? So we all know about how well you're getting on performance-wise. So what about the community stuff?
Yeah, so I run a men's mental health class Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12 o'clock, all free. People can come and do it. I work for an organisation called New Beginnings. So if anyone's out there and in Liverpool, they're welcome to call in. And then like homeless stuff, we work with the homeless. You know, this is more of like a drop-in centre where, you know, I'm here all day, every day. So if anyone needs to come in for a cup of tea or a chat, I'm here to help. And then we do loads. There's so much community stuff we do. Putting on Christmas nights for like last year, we fed 500 kids in the city. Made sure they all got toys. You know, who were struggling, whose families are struggling. We put a pantomime on for them. Put on in a big hotel. We've done a big fun fair outside. So, you know, you've got to look after, if you can, you've got to look after your people around you.
Oh, man, that is absolutely incredible. So, you know, you support the community supports you. It's kind of reciprocal, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
So what about the plans for the summer then? Are you guys shutting down for a while, or are you constantly on the go?
No, so we've got Manchester Box Club in 2 weeks. Then we've got the Barron Box Club Then we've got the home counties with Ashley Sexton. He runs that one. We've got that one. And then we have got NABCs. Then developments. Then the NABCs. So the seniors and youths now are just doing the strength work. No cardio, no punching, just a bit of strength work, a bit of fun in the gym, and keeping in the routine really.
So you guys, it is a sort of 365 season now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's no longer that kind of follow the football season type thing.
Like we're going to close. We've got a show December the 7th, and then from the 8th of December till January, we'll most probably close and just keep the kids in who are in the youth championships in January.
So tell me about Luke Pryor.
He's won the seniors.
Yeah.
He goes on to the Three Nations. What are you thinking? Are you thinking, he can win these Three Nations?
Well, I'll be honest with you. He went well a week before, and me and Geno are speaking about it, and I went, think of the fighters who've won an ABA title, but that's it. The ones who go on to win a Three Nations title seem to get that little bit, become that little bit. That's my opinion. To become that little bit better, like. I think a lot of people have a bit more respect for them because, like, the boxers. So you box and then you box again. And how many people have won an ABA title and then been beat in the Tri Nations and being beat by the person who beat them in the ABA final? When England hosted it at home, the final, but had to box each other again in the Tri Nations. And so I said to Geno, well, about putting him in, so he's got to go in. If he wins them, and if he does want to turn professional, it's better than the ABA title. It's better to have the two of them. And he'd done it, and there was a lot of professional promoters in the audience, and he got 2 knockouts, both in round 2.
How is he doing that? How is he knocking people out as a 22, 23 bouter? How is he knocking top boys out? Why is that?
And if you see Luke, he's never out of range. He's always in range. He's got this little lay back, and he doesn't even hit you on the chin. He can hit you anywhere on the face. And he's done a couple with body shots as well. So he's so heavy-handed. He's a tudder. And if he takes his top off, a lot of people say he could do 63. He's like, there's no way. There's nothing on him. But he's just got this something about him, just something a bit special, and that's why I think the promoters have been knocking on the door for him.
Yeah, I can imagine. Looking back at the video after he won the ABAs, not the Three Nations, you've been interviewed by a chap, and he said you said that you didn't want to jump in the corner because at parts of the tournament you hadn't been in the corner and you didn't want to, why change it? And I thought, my first thoughts were that's really brave, as in it wasn't about you, it was about him, and Geno was in the corner, wasn't he? So tell me about that.
So me and Geno, we're on the same page with the same man. And the night of the semi-finals, we had 2 skills bouts in Fleetwood and a normal bout. And I'm a boxing coach, so it was rather, we don't need me and Geno with Luke. So I went to Fleetwood. Because it's kids in the gym boxing. And these kids needed to box, and they're in the gym just as much as Luke. So I said, okay, I'll go to Fleetwood. And Geno went, it's an ABA semi-final. I said, our kids need to box. And it worked. And we've got 10 coaches in the gym, so it helps. And then come finals night, and in the elite finals, I should say, ABA final night, we were in there, and Geno went, you ready? I went, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to sit in the crowd. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, I'll sit in the crowd. It worked last week. Don't change it. And that's when I went, I'm going back to what I used to say about Tony Chandler. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And Geno done all the corners for Luke right through the ABAs.
Oh, okay.
So Geno was the corner man. That's what I'm saying. It's not like I've just left Luke. Jenna was on top with Luke right through the ABAs. So if we go, so for instance, if we go to a show and we've got 5 lads on, we'll flick a coin. If I go first, I'll go first. Jenna will go second, I'll go third. Jenna will go fourth, and then I'll go fifth. So in the ABAs, I think we had 5 on the ABA finals night, and it worked out that I went with Brendan and went with someone else, and he got Luke. So we just don't change it. It works.
Okay. So he's got all these good boys. I mean, getting out of Merseyside and Cheshire is one thing in itself.
Yeah.
Winning an ABA title is another thing. Winning the 3 Nations is another thing altogether, isn't it? So okay, so here's my question to you today. Why is he winning? Why has he achieved so much success?
I think it's being around good people, good fighters, good coaches, and a good atmosphere in the gym. Brings the best out of anyone. A happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. And at the moment, we seem to have all the main youths and all the main seniors in Liverpool. We've got some top kids, some top class kids. We went the weekend to Hull. One of our youths, 75 kilo, it's actually Geno's son, Sonny Jennings, boxed Ollie Mail. Ollie Mail's, everyone knows Ollie Mail, #1 for England, won every national title, wins every national title every season. We got beat a 3-2 split in Hull, and we got a warning in the last round. So, you know, and little things like that. We've got loads of top class youths and a load of top class seniors, and I'm looking forward to the season already.
I was watching back the ABA final, elite final, NAC final, whatever we call it now. And he stops the lad in the second, I think it was.
Yeah.
Stops the lad in the second. And I find him really interesting to watch as a boxer because he looks really heavy-handed. And if I'm honest, he looks quite raw still, like he's still around 20 bouts. It's not quite smooth, but what he is effective. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look as polished as he might be in a while, but he's bloody effective, that boy. So how have you got him from being, still sort of in a novice category, if you will, to going so far? What are the sort of technical or the tactical things that you've been developing with him?
Since I've done my level 3 with Ivan, and Geno, and again, every boxer can't be coached the same.
Mm-hmm.
You go to certain gyms, and I could go to a club show in Liverpool, and he could put a different kit on, but I can tell you what club he's been. You just know styles for clubs, and every one of our boxers are all individual. Everyone's different, and you don't want to change much on fighters, just tweak them a bit. Rotation, head movement, where do you need to be, ring positioning, and I learned a lot of this on the level 3, if I'm honest, with Ivan, and that opened my eyes to the other side of the boxing and the other side of the coaching world. Like, everyone has a certain thing you can do, and we've got to get the best out of what Luke Pryor can do, and we felt we did. We had him in top class sparring. We sparred with up in the Solly, Tony Chandler, Lewis Molyneux, and we were up there sparring. We went to Scotland sparring, Wales. We sparred up, and then we've got a load of lads in our gym where we do a lot of tech and a lot of drilling every night.
Yeah, so you guys are constantly on the go all the time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
So
I'll show you, for instance, this is just what we've got. So the box cups, that's one. Yeah. That's two. And then it's like, don't stop. So for instance, a camp-wise one would be like week 1. So you can see with the sunlight. Week 1, what they've got to do. The dates, week 2. So week 1 I'll be working on conditioning, bags, running circuits. Week 2, working on sparring, pads, tech and speed work. Week 3, tech work, ring positioning, sparring, hill sprints. Week 4, speed work, ladders, bags, pads, and fast sprints. Just like basic stuff, really.
Yeah, you got to buy yourself a big bugger of a whiteboard, ain't you, for these things?
Got loads, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the same as our gym and Dice as well. Just whiteboards everywhere, just information. Otherwise, you just drop it out of your head and they don't know what's going on. Cool. Right. Who was that in the gym? Just someone working out?
Yeah, someone working out, so I've told him not to hit the bag. He doesn't hit hard anyway.
So, Derry, mate, if anybody wants to join your boxing club, mate, if they want to get themselves down to Marybone, Derry Matthews Boxing Clubs, how can they get hold of you?
Yeah, just get us on social medias. I think Derry Matthews 23 on Twitter, and Instagram is Derry Matthews 1, and Facebook's just Derry Matthews. So reach out to us, and then I always get back to everyone. Whether it's a day late or anything, but I always reach out to people.
Top man, top man. Listen, mate, thanks very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Always.
Congratulations on all your success, mate. And have another, I will say, have another good season, but there's no longer seasons. It's just continuation after
we're going to close
competition after competition.
We're going to close December, and then because it just ran, ours has just ran through.
Mm-hmm.
We went the Midlands one, we went the Hull one. Just box cup after box cup.
Hopefully, I'll see you soon, mate.
See you soon, top man. Cheers, mate.
All the best, mate. Cheers, Derry.